Malta, a tiny island brimming with timeless magic. Imagine a place where history whispers from ancient stones, the sea shimmers in otherworldly hues, and the wine tastes like liquid sunshine. Welcome to Malta, a jewel of the Mediterranean that may be small in size, but is colossal in charm and wonder. Malta, where east meets west in dazzling harmony. Spanning only 316 square kilometers, about the same area as Orlando, Florida, Malta is the most densely populated nation in the European Union, housing around 514,000 people. But don't let the modest scale fool you. This island has played a grand role throughout history. Strategically nestled at the heart of the Mediterranean Sea, Malta has long served as a bridge between continents, cultures, and empires. Thanks to its location, Malta enjoys a sun-soaked climate all year round, where golden beaches melt into sapphire waters. It's no wonder that both adventurers and sun-seekers flock here in search of warmth, history, and serenity. The native tongue, Maltese, is a unique fusion of Arabic cadence and Italian melody, yet English is widely spoken, making the island a warm and inviting destination for both travelers and investors alike. Today, Malta thrives not just on tourism, but also in sectors like digital finance, iGaming, and tech innovation. Millions arrive annually to experience the island's blend of antiquity and modern energy. And whether you're hiking through prehistoric ruins or lounging on a sunbed with a glass of golden wine in hand, Malta will always leave you breathless. So tell us, would you explore the ruins, swim the bluest waters, or sip your way through Maltese vineyards first? The Blue Lagoon, Malta's slice of heaven on earth. Between the peaceful islands of Comino and Gozo lies a marvel so stunning, it feels like nature's love letter to the Mediterranean, the Blue Lagoon. With waters so clear they appear glassy and infinite, this cove is often described as the crown jewel of Maltese nature. Under the bright summer sun, the lagoon transforms into a vibrant social hub. Colorful towels stretch across warm rocks, beachgoers dance to local rhythms, and the scent of freshly grilled seafood fills the air. Yet beyond its fame as a tourist magnet, the Blue Lagoon holds deep meaning for the Maltese people. It's more than a summer hangout. It's a sacred retreat for reconnecting with nature, slowing down, and celebrating the pleasures of a simple life. From cozy, family-run boat bars serving icy drinks to hidden coves where clothing is optional and freedom reigns, this lagoon offers something for every kind of soul. Evenings here are no less magical. As the sun dips behind the horizon, the sky turns a soft apricot. The sea calms into liquid silver, and laughter from beach gatherings echoes across the bay. It's not just a place to swim, it's a place to feel. So, what would be your first pick at the Blue Lagoon? A barefoot walk on white sand, a plunge into crystalline waters, or a sizzling sunset barbecue? Maltese women, guardians of heritage, symbols of grace. To meet a Maltese woman is to encounter the spirit of the island itself, confident, cultured, and radiating a quiet strength born of centuries of resilience and beauty. Her presence is both grounded in tradition and lifted by modern sophistication. Picture a graceful blend: the expressive warmth of southern Italy, the enigmatic elegance of North Africa, and the subtle refinement passed down from British influence, all wrapped into one. But what truly distinguishes Maltese women is far deeper than appearance. In a society where speaking multiple languages is the norm, many women effortlessly switch between Maltese, English, Italian, and sometimes even French or Spanish. This multilingual fluency gives them a global outlook and a unique role as cultural emissaries, poised to share Malta's story with the world while remaining deeply rooted in its traditions. Even in a digital age, they continue to honor age-old customs. Embroidered talismans, passed from mother to daughter, are stitched with symbols meant to shield loved ones from harm. Some still perform the ancient ritual of burning bay leaves under the full moon, a spiritual gesture to cleanse negativity and invite prosperity. These aren't just old habits, they are affirmations of Malta's enduring soul. Modern Maltese women stride confidently through boardrooms, art galleries, and government halls. Yet they also remain the keepers of folklore, family, and faith. It's this duality, being both torchbearers of the past and architects of the future, that gives them their magnetic grace. They are not merely beautiful or intelligent, they are timeless. Through them, Malta breathes, alive with memory, glowing with possibility. Vintage cars, Malta's rolling time capsules. On the sun-kissed roads of Malta, vintage cars don't just turn heads, they turn back the clock. These classic beauties aren't hidden away behind museum glass. They are very much alive, cruising through narrow stone alleys and scenic coastal roads like echoes from a bygone era. Whether it's a regal Jaguar gliding past limestone facades or a humble Morris Minor bouncing along the countryside, every car here is a living piece of history. Malta is home to an enthusiastic community of over 1,200 classic car collectors and restorers, all united by a love for craftsmanship, legacy, and nostalgia. These vehicles, often passed down through generations, aren't treated as static antiques. They are cherished companions, lovingly maintained and displayed with pride. From the glossy curvature of their fenders to the distinct purr of their engines, each detail is a tribute to an era when automobiles were built with heart and soul. The annual Malta Classic is where this passion takes center stage. Picture a cavalcade of polished chrome and rumbling engines winding through Medina's medieval streets, sunlight gleaming off every curve. It's more than a rally. It's a cinematic moment frozen in real time, where heritage meets horsepower in a dazzling display of elegance and speed. Maltese Wine, the island's best-kept secret. Hidden within Malta's sun-drenched valleys and terraced vineyards lies a secret that even seasoned travelers often overlook: the island's exceptional small-batch wine. With just around 1 million bottles produced annually, most of Malta's wines remain within its borders, savored by locals and lucky visitors in the know. To taste one is to sip something rare, authentic, and deeply rooted in the island's soul. At the heart of this unique viticulture are Malta's indigenous grapes. Gozo, a deep red varietal, offers bold character and rustic charm, while Gurgentina, a crisp white, delivers bright floral elegance. These grapes, grown in mineral-rich soil and kissed by salty sea breezes, produce wines that are utterly distinctive, subtle, complex, and infused with Mediterranean warmth. The best way to enjoy Maltese wine? Head to a seaside taverna just before sunset. As the golden hour light spills across your table, the gentle lapping of waves provides the perfect soundtrack to a glass of local vintage, paired with olives, crusty bread, and laughter. Each sip captures the island's essence: the sun, the sea, and centuries of winemaking heritage in one golden pour. Ħaġar Qim, a megalithic mystery by the sea. Poised on a rugged bluff overlooking the Mediterranean, Ħaġar Qim is not just a monument. It's a portal into the ancient mind. Over 5,000 years old, this megalithic temple predates even the Great Pyramids of Giza. Constructed without modern tools or mortar, the site is an engineering marvel. Massive stone blocks weighing up to 20 tons, perfectly arranged to align with the solstices and the movement of the sun. When light pours through specific doorways during the summer solstice, illuminating the inner chamber with an ethereal beam, it becomes clear that Malta's prehistoric people possessed not only architectural genius, but cosmic wisdom. Ħaġar Qim was more than a religious sanctuary. It may have served as a celestial observatory, a sacred bridge between earth and sky. Recognized by UNESCO since 1992, the site continues to awe archaeologists, travelers, and spiritual seekers alike. Standing amid these ancient stones, surrounded by the scent of wild herbs and the vast blue sea, you can almost hear the hum of ancient rituals. Here, time feels suspended, a rare moment where the past still breathes. Marsaxlokk Market, where the sea feeds the soul. Nestled on Malta's southeastern coast, the fishing village of Marsaxlokk, pronounced Marsaxlokk, is where tradition comes to life in Technicolor. Known for its vibrant painted boats, the luzu, with eyes on their bows to ward off evil, the town truly comes alive every Sunday morning, when the open-air market lines the waterfront with a spectacle of sights, scents, and sound. Freshly caught tuna, swordfish, squid, and shrimp are artfully arranged on ice, while fishermen banter with buyers under striped canopies. But Marsaxlokk isn't just about seafood, it's about community. It's where generations greet each other like old friends, where grandmothers share recipes with curious tourists, and where life slows down to the rhythm of the tide. Even if you don't take home a single fish, the experience is worth its weight in gold. As the breeze rolls in from the sea and the scent of salt and fried calamari fills the air, you'll feel it. That authentic, unfiltered Maltese spirit. Marsaxlokk isn't a postcard, it's a feeling. So what would your Sunday morning be here? A feast for the senses, a glimpse into island life, or a simple moment of sea breeze and serenity? Maltese limestone houses, stories etched in stone. Wander through any old neighborhood in Malta, and you'll find yourself walking through a living museum of golden-hued stone, where every facade seems to whisper secrets from centuries past. These traditional homes, crafted from Globigerina limestone, a soft, honey-colored rock native to the islands, are more than architectural landmarks. They are the very bones of Malta's identity. Renowned for its excellent thermal properties, this limestone naturally regulates indoor temperatures, a blessing during Malta's scorching summers and cool, breezy winters. But practicality is only half the story. The warm tone of the stone reflects sunlight in a way that gives the entire island a glowing, timeless charm, especially during golden hour, when the buildings seem to catch fire with light. One of the most beloved features of these homes is the galleria, a traditional enclosed wooden balcony painted in vibrant blues, greens, or reds. These romantic little nooks allow residents to watch life unfold below without ever stepping outside, blending privacy and presence with poetic elegance. Remarkably, many of these residences date back to the 1700s, standing resilient against time, war, and nature. They don't just shelter, they endure, quietly preserving generations of memories and craftsmanship. To live within these limestone walls is to be cradled by history, where even the silence has stories to tell. Gozo, the island that time forgot. Just a short ferry ride from Malta's main island lies Gozo. Smaller, quieter, and somehow more soulful. Measuring only 26 square miles, Gozo offers a lifestyle that feels like a return to something ancient and essential. There's no rush here, no need for formal addresses. Locals navigate by memory, familiar faces, and whispered directions, a kind of communal compass rooted in belonging. One endearing practice still alive in Gozo is the use of rope and pulley systems to pass groceries or goods between floors. It's an old-fashioned solution born of narrow alleys and tight-knit living. But more than that, it's a moving snapshot of community ingenuity and daily rhythm. The island is also home to ancient olive trees, some with trunks so wide and twisted they appear sculpted by the gods. For the elders of Gozo, these trees are sacred. In quiet moments, you might see someone place a gentle hand on a gnarled branch, not just for luck, but as a silent greeting to ancestors whose roots, like those of the trees, run deep in the soil. Here on Gozo, life is guided by wind and memory, by sea spray and tradition. It's not just a place, it's a feeling, suspended between the past and the present. The coffee ritual, Malta's daily pause. In Malta, a cup of coffee is never just about caffeine. It's a moment carved out of the day to reconnect, reflect, and simply be. Whether sipped alone in the early hush of morning or shared with loved ones in a bustling cafe, coffee serves as the social heartbeat of the island. Local cafes, many of them family-run for generations, double as community hubs. Their small round tables are like stages where life's little dramas and joys are acted out daily. Politics, football, weddings, and worries all unfold over the clink of ceramic cups and the rich aroma of roasted beans. On lazy Sunday afternoons, it's not uncommon to see groups of women dressed in their best, seated outdoors, sunlight dancing off their earrings as they laugh over espresso or cappuccino. The conversation flows effortlessly about family, faith, and the funny things their children said that week. These aren't just coffee breaks, they're rituals of resilience and joy. Even tourists quickly discover that ordering a coffee in Malta invites more than just a drink. It opens the door to connection. A kind word from a barista, a story from the table next to you. It all adds to the warmth that makes Maltese hospitality legendary. Because here, coffee is not rushed, it's savored, like life itself. Valletta, a pint-sized capital with monumental heart. Covering less than 0.3 square miles, Valletta might be one of the tiniest capital cities in the world. But don't let its size fool you. Within its compact borders lies a city bursting with grandeur, legacy, and Mediterranean charisma. With over 320 historic monuments crammed into just a few bustling blocks, Valletta is often described as an open-air museum, where every cobblestone and carved balcony holds echoes of centuries past. Built by the Knights of St. John in the 16th century, the city is a harmonious blend of military might and Baroque elegance. As you walk through its narrow streets, you'll pass vintage buses with peeling paint and character-rich charm, zipping past futuristic self-driving pods that hum quietly through ancient alleyways. A delightful contrast between old-world charm and modern innovation. Daytime in Valletta is drenched in golden sunlight, with locals sipping espresso at alfresco cafes, reading the paper, or chatting in a mix of Maltese, English, and Italian. But as the sun dips and the stone walls catch the amber glow of evening, the city transforms. Music flows from hidden courtyards, laughter echoes off limestone facades, and the capital comes alive in a spontaneous celebration of life, love, and rhythm. In Valletta, every night feels like a party thrown in honor of history itself. A real-life fairy tale, Malta's magical allure. Malta doesn't just feel like a destination, it feels like stepping into a beautifully illustrated storybook. From medieval fortresses to surreal coastal backdrops, the island seems tailor-made for legends and cinematic epics. In the historic city of Birgu, stone walls rise like scenes from a fantasy novel, while Fort St. Angelo, perched like a guardian over the Grand Harbor, has lent its majesty to Hollywood productions, including the world of Game of Thrones. Wandering through these ancient quarters, one can almost hear the footsteps of knights and kings, the echo of myth woven into every corner. But Malta's sense of wonder doesn't stop at medieval drama. Enter Popeye Village, a colorful hamlet originally built as a movie set for the 1980 musical starring Robin Williams. Today, it's a whimsical amusement park by the sea, where laughter, music, and nostalgia blend under the Mediterranean sun. For something even older and more mysterious, head to the Tarxian temples, dating back nearly 6,000 years. Decorated with mysterious spiral carvings and life-size stone figures, the site continues to puzzle and inspire archaeologists. Was it a temple to the gods, a burial site, or perhaps something more celestial? In Malta, ancient myths, playful magic, and archaeological marvels exist side by side, reminding visitors that fairy tales don't only exist in books. They live and breathe on this enchanted island. Malta, where celebration is a way of life. In Malta, joy is not reserved for special occasions. It's a rhythm that pulses through the island all year long. With over 60 local festivals annually, Malta knows how to turn even the quietest village into a symphony of sound, color, and connection. At the heart of this cultural heartbeat are the festas, elaborate village feasts that blend spiritual devotion with lively street celebration. Streets are strung with banners and fairy lights, Firework bursts decorate the night skies, and brass bands march proudly through cheering crowds. It's a multisensory explosion of devotion, pride, and shared joy. But Malta's festive soul isn't only grand and loud, it's also tender and quirky. On peaceful Sunday mornings, some villages host birdsong competitions, where prize songbirds fill the air with melody instead of engines and sirens. With prizes reaching thousands of euros, these contests celebrate Malta's love for nature and the quiet poetry of life. Whether it's the booming excitement of a firework display or the gentle trill of a finch at dawn, Malta finds countless ways to honor beauty, tradition, and togetherness. For the Maltese, celebration isn't just an event. It's a philosophy, a way of being, and an open invitation for everyone to feel part of something special. Malta, affordable island living without compromise. What if you could live in paradise and still stick to your budget? In Malta, that dream comes remarkably close to reality, with a cost of living that's 20% to 40% lower than much of Western Europe and the United States. The island offers an appealing balance of lifestyle and affordability. You can rent a stylish, fully furnished apartment in the city center for as little as $800 to $1,000, while peaceful suburban homes with sea breezes and garden views can go for under $600. Groceries, public transport, healthcare, and even dining out remain reasonably priced, all while enjoying high standards and a Mediterranean backdrop. This rare combination has made Malta a magnet for digital nomads, remote workers, and retirees seeking sunshine, safety, and financial freedom. More than just a place to save money, Malta offers a lifestyle upgrade, a slower pace, cleaner air, and a warm, welcoming culture where quality of life isn't a luxury, it's the norm. A taste of Malta, unique flavors on every plate. Maltese cuisine is a true celebration of the island's diverse cultural history, with influences from Italy, North Africa, and the Middle East, but with a flavor all its own. At the heart of local kitchens is imkarun, a baked macaroni dish rich with tomato, minced meat, and layers of bubbling cheese. Comfort food with a communal soul, traditionally served during family weekends and religious feasts. Then there's the kwagak talgasal, the famous Maltese honey ring. With its delicate, crisp exterior and molasses-like filling of treacle and spice, this circular pastry isn't just a snack, it's a bite-sized blessing, often gifted to mark milestones and new beginnings. And let's not forget Kinnie, Malta's bittersweet national soft drink. With its surprising blend of orange zest and aromatic herbs, Kinnie offers a taste that's refreshing, complex, and impossible to replicate. Loved by locals and hard to find abroad, it's the kind of drink you'll crave long after you've left the island. Food in Malta isn't just about nourishment. It's about belonging, memory, and a flavor of home you didn't know you missed. Malta's starry sky, a universe revealed. When the sun sets in Malta, the island doesn't fall asleep. It looks up. Thanks to minimal light pollution and clear skies, Malta offers some of the best stargazing spots in Europe, perfect for dreamers, astronomers, and anyone seeking a moment of cosmic awe. Head to Gajantufiha Bay, where the horizon kisses the sea in silence, or to the dramatic heights of the Dingley Cliffs, where the heavens feel close enough to touch. Here, on cloudless nights, the Milky Way stretches across the sky like a river of silver dust, and constellations gleam as if hand-stitched into the velvet dark. There's no need for a telescope. Just sit back, breathe in the night air, and feel the vastness of the universe wrap around you. In those quiet hours, stargazing becomes a deeply personal voyage, a moment where time, space, and soul align. Whether you're tracing constellations or simply lying under the stars, Malta's night sky reminds us that magic still exists, above us, around us, and within us. Malta, the island Hollywood keeps coming back to. What do Gladiator, Troy, and Game of Thrones have in common? Besides epic drama, they all brought Malta to the big screen, With its ancient fortresses, golden cityscapes, and surreal coastal cliffs, Malta has become one of the world's favorite natural film sets, earning the nickname the Hollywood of the Mediterranean. From the mystical allure of Medina's medieval alleys to the grandeur of Fort Ricasoli, the backdrop of several blockbuster battle scenes, Malta's versatility is unmatched. Directors love it not only for its cinematic aesthetics, but for how easily the island transforms. In one scene, it can pass for ancient Rome. In the next, a futuristic realm or Middle Eastern kingdom. But it's not just about the movies. The filming boom has also brought new energy, creativity, and global attention to Malta's art scene. Whether you're a film buff or a casual traveler, you'll soon recognize the settings of your favorite scenes playing out around you, turning a simple walk through town into a walk through cinema history. Underwater Malta, a submarine adventure like no other. While Malta dazzles on land, its underwater world is equally mesmerizing and uniquely accessible to everyone. Unlike other European countries, Malta offers a real tourist submarine experience, inviting visitors to explore the deep without diving gear or training. From the comfort of a panoramic glass capsule, you'll glide through the vibrant blue depths, surrounded by schools of iridescent fish, coral gardens, and the haunting silhouettes of sunken World War II wrecks, now transformed into underwater sanctuaries for marine life. Your journey will also pass submerged caves and cliffs, where beams of light pierce the water, creating magical underwater cathedrals of color and shadow. It's an adventure that feels both safe and thrilling, perfect for families, marine enthusiasts, or anyone curious about the mysteries hidden just below the surface. So which would you explore first? The eerie allure of a wreck, the rainbow dance of reef fish, or the silent majesty of an underwater cavern? One thing is certain, Malta's true depth lies beneath the waves. Malta, the enigmatic jewel of the Mediterranean. If you had just one unforgettable day on this magical island, what would you do first? Wander through ancient temples older than the pyramids? Swim in emerald waters so clear they look unreal? Or plunge into the deep to discover sunken ruins lost beneath the sea? Tell us in the comments. Your adventure begins now, and we can't wait to hear where you'd start.